It was a rainy night in a small North American town. 5 strangers, 2 girls and 3 boys were crammed into a car, driving back from a mysterious party in the woods. The party had felt strange, almost unreal, and their shared sense of unease had brought them together. When the car suddenly broke down on a deserted road, they spotted an old, abandoned cabin nearby and decided to seek help. That decision would change their lives forever. Without warning, they were attacked and knocked unconscious. When they woke up, they found themselves in a dark, cold room. The air was heavy with the smell of dampness and mold, and the dim light from a flickering bulb overhead cast shadows on the walls. Strange, childlike drawings of terrified faces, chains, and bloodied metal necklaces covered every surface. They reached for their necks and froze in terror. Each of them was wearing a heavy metal necklace that emitted a faint ticking sound. Emily, one of the girls, panicked and screamed, "What the hell is this? Where are we?" Before anyone could answer, a voice boomed from hidden speakers. It was deep and cheerful, but tinged with menace. "Welcome to my game, my friends. I love puzzles. How about you? Tonight, we're going to have so much fun. But for some of you, the fun won't last long. Every wrong answer you give, your necklace will take care of the punishment for me." The group exchanged horrified glances. Ryan, one of the boys, stammered, "Who are you? Why are we here?" The voice chuckled. "I'm just an artist. An artist who loves his fantasies. And you're the stars of my masterpiece. Now, don't waste time. The clock is ticking." The room lit up and a screen on the wall displayed the first puzzle. The voice returned. "This is your first challenge. A simple one. Solve it correctly and you'll live. But if you fail, well, let's just say your necklace has a little surprise in store. What gets bigger the more you take away from it." Jake, the quiet one in the group, quickly spoke up. "It's a hole. The more you dig, the bigger it gets." The others hesitated, unsure if they should trust him. The ticking grew louder. Sophie, the other girl, shouted, "Just say it already. We're running out of time." Jake pressed the answer. A heavy silence fell. Then the voice laughed. "Correct. But don't get too comfortable. This was just the beginning." The lights turned red and the sound of dripping blood echoed through the room. The next puzzle appeared on the screen. "What is born twice but dies only once?" The group looked at each other in confusion. Matt, one of the boys, hesitantly said, "It must be a bird. It's born first as an egg, then as a chick." The others nodded and Matt entered the answer. A moment later, a loud buzzer sounded. "No," the voice said gleefully. Matt's necklace activated with a loud click. His screams echoed as the device tightened and snapped his neck. His lifeless body slumped to the floor, blood pooling beneath him. Sophie screamed, backing into a corner. The voice laughed. "Poor Matt. I thought this one was easy. Don't worry, though. The rest of you still have a chance for now." With each new puzzle, the challenges became harder and the stakes higher. Ryan was the next to fall, his necklace activating after a slight hesitation on one of the riddles. Now, only Emily and Sophie remained. They were taken to the final room, a mirrored chamber where their reflections looked distorted and warped. The voice spoke again, darker and more menacing than before. "This is it. The last puzzle. Only one of you can leave here alive. The question is simple. Who survives? You must choose," the voice continued. "Only one of you can walk out of here. If you don't decide, your necklaces will decide for you." Emily and Sophie looked at each other, tears streaming down their faces. Sophie whispered, her voice shaking, "We can figure something out. There has to be a way for both of us to survive." But the ticking grew louder. Emily knew the truth. There was no way out unless one of them made the ultimate sacrifice. As the countdown reached its final moments, Emily lunged at Sophie. Sophie's screams filled the air as Emily stood over her trembling body, blood staining her hands. A moment later, the door to the room unlocked and the voice spoke one last time. "Congratulations, Emily. You've won. But tell me, are you really alive? Or have I just turned you into one of my creations?" Emily staggered toward the open door. Beyond it, there was only darkness. Though she had survived, she couldn't escape the feeling that her nightmare was far from over.